Hello everyone, welcome to the second YouTube video on trigonometry. So we are going to solve the two equations. If x is equal to b cos theta, simplify 1 b squared minus x squared, 2 1 minus x squared over b squared, all raised to power 5 over 2. And number 2, if b cos squared theta plus a sin squared theta is equal to c, show that tan squared theta is equal to c minus b over a minus c. Okay, so let's proceed to solve the first one. So in order to solve the first one, which is this, we are asked to solve for this. So first of all, we know from here that x squared is equal to b squared cos squared theta. From here, x squared is equal to b squared cos squared theta. Therefore b squared minus x squared is equal to b squared minus b squared cos squared theta. So it's equal to, if we factor out b squared, 1 minus cos squared theta. So but we know that from trigonometry, okay, but sin squared theta plus cos squared theta is equal to 1. So it means that 1 minus cos squared theta will be sin squared theta. Therefore b squared minus x squared is equal to b squared sin squared theta. So that we have substituted, because this one has come over here, so we have substituted it to get that. So that is the answer for the first one. B squared is equal to that. The next one is to substitute into, okay, let me write it 1 minus x squared over b squared. 1 minus is 1 over 1. Is equal to 1 over 1 minus b squared cos squared theta, because we have shown that this is this from this. So over b squared, so it will cancel this, that will cancel that, but all of them are in this bracket, 5 over 12, so that you will have is equal to 1 minus cos squared theta. So but 1 minus cos squared theta, like we have seen before, is sin squared theta, all raised to power 5 over 2. So it's sin squared theta, all raised to power 5 over 2. But you know that in trigonometry, the way we write this is just to say sin theta squared, all 5 over 2. So 2 will cancel 2, and you have equal to sin theta raised to power 5, or sin 5 theta. So that is the answer, how to solve it. So now that is for number 1. For number 2, let us want to solve this. Number 2, if b cos squared theta plus a sin squared theta is equal to c, show that tan squared theta is equal to c minus b over a minus c. So to solve that, we are going to make some so we are going to change this one. We are going to use this identity that we have been writing, this identity in blue, this one. We are going to use it to change this one, to bring it to sine. So to write it as a function of sin squared theta is going to, cos squared theta is going to be 1 minus sin squared theta. So we put it there. If we put it there, we will have b into, that is b into 1 minus sine squared theta plus a sine squared theta is equal to c. So we have brought it that way. So if we open this bracket, we will have b minus b sine squared theta plus a sine squared theta is equal to c. So we can from here factor out a and b, or we bring out signs. Okay, it's b minus a minus b, if you like, a minus b sine squared theta. That's what it will give you. It's equal to c. So from here, it means that this implies that a or minus a minus b sine, remember this is plus, this one is plus a minus b, good, plus sine squared theta is equal to c minus b, is equal to c minus b. Therefore sine squared theta is equal to c minus b over a minus b. So sine squared theta is equal to that. So we will now use but cos squared theta is equal to 1 minus sine squared theta. So if we know that, we can now use it and say 1 equals to 1 minus our sine squared theta is this one, 1 minus c minus b over a minus b. So if we find the square LCM, will be a minus b. So 1 into this 1, so it will be a minus b minus c minus b. This one will go here 1, so times the 1 up, you have that. So that will give you is equal to, if we open it up, we have a minus b minus c plus b all over a minus b. B will cancel b, so you'll be left with equal to, therefore cos squared theta is equal to a minus c over a minus b. So that is cos squared theta. Now it's easy now to find tan squared theta. So since we have known sine squared theta and cos squared theta, and using the function that tan squared theta is equal to sine squared theta over cos squared theta. So our sine squared theta is this, cos squared theta is that. So all you have to do is to continue, and when you put it, you have c minus b over a minus b divided. So if you divide it with this, that means times a minus b, the denominator now over a minus c. This one will cancel this, and you'll be left with c minus b over a minus c. And that is the answer. This one is the answer. So subscribe and click on the notification bell so that whenever we post new videos, you will see it. Thank you.